Yo, what's going on everyone? My name is HGT. So first of all, I want to take time to apologize. Just a lot of stuff has been going on in my life that has prevented me from making this video. It's been one obstacle after another. And I'm just so sorry. I've been trying to keep you guys posted as best as I can. But also, hopefully if it's showing up properly, I actually recorded this video in 60 frames per second. So you may notice, that sweet 60 FPS. Gonna start doing it with, my World of Warcraft videos mainly to kind of start things off, and then once I hopefully I can start transitioning into other videos. But since I know that I can record and run World of Warcraft 60 frames per second, it's going to be I'm gonna try my best to make sure that these videos are 60 FPS, if kind of consistently, depending, it's a slow progression. But yeah guys, so in today's video I want to talk about my World of Warcraft Classic experience. So it's been about 2 weeks since Classic has come out, and I am nowhere near 60. People are at 60 right now doing Molten Core, Nixia, blah 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 blah, and here I am not even level 30 yet. Yes, I admit it, I'm not even level 30. I'm so sorry everybody. The reason why, like I said, a lot of stuff has been going on that's preventing me from playing the game, so I'm not even level 30 yet. I'm actually close to level 30. I want to say like 4 more levels and then I'll be 30. But I want to talk about my World of Warcraft Classic experience so far. I knew for a fact that I was going to love Classic. I knew just by looking at it, all the videos that I've watched over the years, that I was going to be absolutely in love with Classic World of Warcraft. And that could not be, that is just the absolute truth. I love Classic. It's amazing. I don't know what about, like, there's something about that old school MMORPG where, you don't have to, where it's not telling you exactly where to go, but you got to figure out, okay, I gotta go north, I gotta go south, I gotta go southeast, southwest, and then also going into general chat and asking people, hey, where do I find this? Hey, where do I find this? And maybe you go to that specific area, maybe you're fighting an elite enemy or something like that, and you group up with with some people, and you create these amazing experiences. I know that recently on my shaman, which is my main right now, I asked one of my guildmates if they wanted to do a quest up in Stone Talon that requires us to get some keys in a cave that is literally like a mini dungeon. And I asked one of my guildmates if they wanted to go through it, and yeah. So we did that, and then we ended up grouping up with 3 other people, and we had pretty much a tank, we had ranged DPS, 2 ranged DPS I believe, and then my guildmate was a hunter. I think she was running I don't know what it's called in vanilla, but I know that it's the survival spec. Is that what it is? I can't remember. I don't know why, but it's basically the melee hunter spec, and she was doing that, and then I was playing shaman. I prefer to heal, so I was healing, and it was like a mini dungeon. It was like, and we ended up wiping like twice, and we had to walk all the way, or maybe it was 3 times, and we had to walk all the way back to our corpses, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I had forgotten to grab the gatekeeper's key in the beginning of the cave, or whatever you want to call it, and I was like, fuck, dude, oh my goodness. But it's moments like that, moments where you're communicating with people, you're talking to people. I see that people communicating in my guild chat and stuff like that. It's things that I have not experienced, playing retail, and and in terms of like the retail versus classic, I still love retail. I still very much love retail, but for something completely different. I love retail because it's still a really fun experience in my opinion. Yeah, sure, it might not be the same kind of fun that classic World of Warcraft is, but it's fun in its own right, especially since, you know, modern MMORPGs are just a lot different than classic MMORPGs, or I'm sorry, old school MMORPGs. And I like classic because it gives me that old stuff, it gives me that, like, old school feel, and that's kind of, and judging by the title, you'll know that's a big thing with World of Warcraft Classic, is that it's old school, and there's nothing wrong with old school. Sometimes, often or not, the better things are the things that are old school. So I definitely think that, you know, in terms of the retail versus classic, I think they both have their ups and their downs. You know, a lot, I could definitely see why some of the changes made in, you know, some of the things that are in classic were made over time into retail, things such as Dungeon Finder. I can see why. There are times where, like, I wanted to really run BFD, you know, but I didn't get a chance to because like during the times that I was able to get on, I was like trying to find people who needed a healer for BFD, but I couldn't find anybody. And it was just like, oh, okay, I can't find anyone to do BFD. No one's on my guild is on. You know, it sucks because I want to play BFD, but there's no one to play with, and it's just like this repeating process. So things like the Dungeon Finder, I understand why they would put that specifically into the game with Wrath of the Lich King. I know that me personally, I'm not sure about LFR. I think LFR, maybe they could have not put that in. You know, hey, you know, I understand where people are coming from with LFR, at least because, like, I'm a Destiny player. Like, I've been playing Destiny since beta Destiny 1, and you know, the raids in Destiny 1, they were never instanced, and then come Destiny 2, it's like, okay, we're gonna add in this somewhat kind of LFR system, but we're gonna half-ass it, and like nobody uses it. Like it just doesn't exist. People still do it like the old school way, where, you know, you gotta look for 5 other people in order to complete the raids. So yeah, so I kind of want to just summarize everything. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but so my first impressions, almost 100 hours in the classic World of Warcraft, is that I love it. I'm in love with it. I can see myself playing this for hours, and I already have. You know, I've already, like, literally, I was no-lifing this the first, you know, I took the first 3 days off that it released, and I was no-lifing it. I was absolutely no-lifing it. I play on the Mancrick server, so I don't really have to worry about server queues all too often, and when I do, they're pretty short queues. I think the maximum I've had to wait was like 25 minutes, you know, somewhere in the mid-20s in terms of minutes, and that's, you know, that's not bad. You know, just chill, you know, chill on my bed, watch a YouTube video or two, and, you know, and by that time the queue is over and I'm in the game. But yeah, but so far I'm really glad I could actually, as someone who is new to World of Warcraft, I started playing mid-Legion. So I was there for the BFA launch, but to actually get to play what a lot of people talk so highly about is just, it's really nice. It's really awesome to see what the experience that a lot of people had, you know, 15 years ago, and I finally get to live it for myself. Now, of course, I'm not I mean, I think, I'm not, you know, I don't have like this really shitty old monitor, really old keyboard. I'm using, you know, my Razer Naga mouse with the 12 buttons on the side. So, you know, it's not like the complete experience, but I mean, I have shitty internet, so it's almost like the complete experience, but not quite there yet. But guys, if anyone out there has never played Classic either, and please let me know how you guys are enjoying it. I want to know where people are coming from, because, you know, I like Classic World of Warcraft. I love it, but I know that there are some people who don't like it because, you know, just the things that they've added over time that makes retail. Some people think it's for the better, you know, making every spec viable, making finding dungeons easier, so that you don't have to worry about days where maybe, you know, your server population is low. Things like sharding. Just there's a lot of things I can see where a lot of people are coming from, why they're modernizing things. But I definitely think that now that we have Classic, I think everyone should be happy. I personally think everyone should be happy. I know that there's been a lot of kind of drama in the World of Warcraft community because just over some really stupid stuff. Like, oh, Asmongold, you know, dungeon and grinded to level 60. Okay, it's his character, and I don't know if a lot of you know this, but we can make other characters. We can make alts. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. I don't like to talk about drama. I'm just kind of like, come on, you know, we have Classic, we have retail. Let's all be happy now. It's, you know, everyone should be happy now. Like I said, we have retail for those people who love retail. We have Classic for those people who love Classic. I really am loving Classic, and hopefully we get to see a Burning Crusade, you know, same thing. I would love to relive that, or I'm sorry, live that as well for the first time, you know, playing Burning Crusade when it first came out. And I think that'd be really cool as well. Like, I'm just gonna talk about this real quick, and then I'm gonna end off the video. I'm so sorry, but that'd be really cool. And I wonder how Blizzard would even do that. You know, would they say make these BC, you know, these BC PvP, BC RP, BC normal servers that are already on the Classic client, or how would they even do that? Is my thing, because like I'm pretty sure there are going to be people who want to play that Classic experience 1 to 60 only and not even worry about Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King. And you know, I know a lot of people are like, hey, stop at Wrath of the Lich King. Everything after that was garbage. You know, stop at Wrath of the Lich King. Like, we'll be absolutely okay with that. I wonder if they'll have to make like I don't know the logistics of it, but it'd be cool if we can maybe like say transfer. Maybe they're different. They're these different servers, and we could transfer our characters from. We get free transfers. I know they're doing free transfers right now for people in like Fairlina server. I have a character in Fairlina, and for those long queues, they're allowing you to free transfer to another realm, which is pretty cool. But yeah, maybe they could do that, and you can transfer to the BC servers for completely free, and then you can start your BC experience. I think that would be probably the best choice, but I know nothing about the technical logistics of everything, so maybe that's not even fucking possible. Maybe you can't change one server without changing every other server. I just do not know. But yeah, guys, to summarize everything just real quick, I'm loving World of Warcraft Classic. I finally understand where a lot of the YouTubers like Mad Season Show, when they, you know, bring back, you know, with their memory, you know, with his memory series, he talks about Classic and why he loves it so much. I finally understand what people are talking about. You know, this game is definitely an experience, so you have to try for yourself, and retail just won't give you that. World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth just will not give you that experience. You know, people are actually communicate, people talk, people have conversations about, you know, even their real world lives, you know, and it makes you feel like you're not just, you know, it doesn't make you feel like you're a player, you know, you're this big time player hero who's trying to save the world. It makes you feel like you're just another resident of Azeroth. And I know that sounds crazy, but it definitely puts the MMO RPG, you know, it definitely seems more of an MMORPG, guys. But thank you all so much for watching. I know this video was way too long. I am so sorry. My mind just absolutely left me. 14 minutes, that's a little too long. I wanted this video to be like at least under 10 minutes, but hey, that just shows you how much I'm really enjoying this game, that I can just, my mind just shuts off and I can just freely talk about it. But I will be doing my leveling series soon. I've been kind of just waiting until I get my shaman a little bit to, you know, where I want her to be, maybe mid 30s, 40. So you know, that I'm kind of working on that right now. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know if you're a if you're a veteran of the game, or if you're new to WoW Classic. Let me know in the comments below, and we can have some awesome, hopefully we can have some awesome discussions. You know, what server are you playing on? Maybe we can, you know, talk in game. You know, if you're on the Mancrook server and you're playing Horde, my character's name is Habana. You'll probably see her in this video. But please, you know, if you see me, just you know, just wave at me, and I'll wave. I'll definitely wave back. You know, I love waving to people. I love saying thank you to people when they give me like intellect buff or something like that. But yeah, guys, I've been rambling out long enough, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. And again, I'm so sorry that I've been just kind of inactive lately. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing moving forward, because I'm still coming up with some video ideas. But also just a lot of stuff has been going on with my life in terms of job, home, this new house that I'm living in now, just a lot of stuff. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
I think it's time to blow this scene, get everybody in the stuff